Hi guys, this is D. I hope you are well. Today I'm going to show you how to start a YouTube channel, or if you've just set one up, then a few things I've learned along the way to help you out. My channel is fairly new. It's only been going 3 or 4 months, and it's now starting to grow quite quickly, so this is an ideal time to share with you what I know. If you like these kind of videos, please let me know, as I might make it a regular series, but let's jump right in. Firstly, you'll need to create a YouTube account. Now, as YouTube is owned by Google, if you have a Google account, then you'll be asked to log in with your existing Google credentials. This is by far the quickest and easiest way to do it. If you don't have a Google account, then create one as you'll need it. Now you'll need a name for your YouTube channel. Ideally, this should be something unique. If too many channels already have that name, and you can check this by doing a quick YouTube search, then it might get a bit confusing. At the time I created my channel, nobody else had the same channel name, which was ideal. You don't need to get too hung up on this, as you can change the name further down the line if you wish. You can create YouTube brand accounts under a single Google account. This is by far the best way to keep business YouTube accounts separate from your personal ones, for example. I have 1 Google account and 3 brand accounts for different YouTube channels. To make your channel look professional, add a banner and profile picture. YouTube has a template so you can design your banner to meet their guidelines. This will ensure your artwork appears correctly, whichever device it's shown on. I use Adobe Photoshop Elements for designing my artwork, and there are plenty of free alternatives such as GIMP or Paint.net. I'll put the link to these in the description below. If you'd rather someone do this design work for you, then consider finding someone on Fiverr or a similar site. Also, don't forget to complete the About section for your channel. This is an ideal place to not only tell people who you are and what your channel is all about, but include keywords which will help when people search. Just make sure your keywords are written naturally within the sentences of your About section. For example, if your interest is hair and makeup, then your About section should mention the words hair and makeup, and other associated terms. I'd also recommend registering your channel name with other social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram, but I wouldn't get too frustrated if your exact Twitter handle isn't available. Just modify the name slightly or add an underscore. YouTube is the primary platform, and this is where most of your traffic will probably come from, so this is where the channel name is most important. I also register the .com domain name for my channel name, as I may use it in the future to create a website. This isn't expensive, and if you don't want a website now, you can just park the domain name. Once you've created your channel, have the artwork sorted and written the About section, I suggest you get your channel verified. Verification will make available other functionalities such as the ability to use your own custom thumbnails, live stream, or monetize your videos. Google will text you a verification code and you can verify 2 YouTube channels per year, but if you wish to verify more, just use a different mobile phone number. And by the way, you can't verify with a landline number. I'll talk more about monetization near the end. So now you're all set to start adding your video content. You don't need anything more than your mobile phone and natural light if you're just starting out. I wouldn't rush out and spend a ton of money on expensive equipment, unless you have a good camera already, of course. My most successful video was shot on my $200 Motorola mobile phone with natural light. In fact, it wasn't even a video, it was a series of pictures of the settings of my new Samsung TV, which I then stitched together into a slideshow. And if you've noticed, the video you're watching now isn't a video, it's again a series of screenshots. If you do shoot any video, just shoot a minimum quality of 1080 HD and you'll be fine. I've invested in a Panasonic Lumix Micro Four Thirds digital camera, the G80, also known as the G85, as I'm now finding as my experience increases I want to make more professional content. It's useful because it has a small screen that flips out and it can help you frame your shots when talking to the camera. Whatever device you use to shoot video, I'd pay particular attention to the audio. I've recently turned off a few YouTube videos partway through because the audio was quiet or muffled. This usually occurs when you use your mobile phone's built-in or camera's built-in microphone. The way around this is to use an external microphone and consider recording your audio separately. So for this video, I used a Samsung Studio condenser microphone to record my voice using free software called Audacity. And I hope you'd agree it sounds reasonable quality. I record the video and audio separately and import both into my video editing software called Power Director, where I create the final video. However, if your channel requires you to video yourself and talk directly at the camera, you'll need an external microphone that plugs directly into your camera or phone. I use a Rode Video Micro microphone that sits on top of my Panasonic Lumix G80, also known as a G85 as mentioned previously. You'll get better at this with practice. I'll put some more information and links below. Once you have your video ready to upload, you'll need to think of a few things to ensure you maximise the chance that all your hard work will be discovered. Choose a title that best describes your video and include keywords where possible, as whatever you put in the title will be searchable. In your description, you should expand on the details and tell people what the video is about. Again, this is also a great place to include searchable keywords. Just include them naturally within the sentences that you write. You can also include additional information here, such as social media links, disclaimers, and anything else useful and relevant. In the tags section, you should use tags that relate to your content. There is a great tool called TubeBuddy. It'll suggest popular tags and their rankings based on your title and description. It's not essential, but I use it and it can take the guesswork out of tag selection. Make sure you use all of the 500 characters available in your tag section. One thing you can fall foul of early on is copyright issues, particularly around music. Don't include music in your videos unless you own copyright or have the permission to do so. YouTube has a library of free music for you to use, so search that and see if there's anything available. There are also websites that offer music for YouTubers for a monthly fee, such as Epidemic. One tip I'd give gamers is to turn the background music off in games. It may save you a copyright strike later on. Now on to monetization. YouTube has changed the rules recently and you now need 1,000 followers and 4,000 public watch hours in a 12-month period before your channel can make money. Therefore, my advice to you is not to get too obsessed with making anything in the beginning, as it will take time to build your audience and reach the goals needed. The way you make money on YouTube is through video advertising. You know those skippable ads at the beginning of a video, and also ads in the middle of videos over 10 minutes long. If someone watches the advert, YouTube splits the ad revenue it makes with you. This amount varies depending on your content and the ads shown. It could be somewhere between $3 and $8 per 1,000 ads viewed. That is paid to you. Note that I said ads, not videos. You can have 1 million views on your video, but if nobody watches an advert, you earn 0. For any video you upload, you'll now be asked if your content is made for kids. If it is, and you check this option, it will drastically reduce your revenue earning potential because YouTube will no longer serve interest-based ads and will also turn off other features. So it's something to be aware of, but you just need to answer the question truthfully. Lastly, I'd say have realistic expectations. No channel will grow overnight, and be prepared to have 0 views on your video in the early days. I went for weeks without any views or subscribers, and now I get a few hundred views per day. Not bad for me, and my channel is growing daily, and yours will too if you give it time. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. And if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for dropping by, and I'll catch you soon.